Friendship supreme. Friendship supreme. Finding the geek within.
Hey everybody, my name's Michael.
My name's Cleve.
And welcome back to another exciting episode of Friendship
Supreme.
We're the podcast that dares to ask, what the hell happened this week? So much, guys.
So much
happened this
So
week.
much.
So I was away, which is why we were not streaming for the last couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
And we were at D23, my wife and I.
What?
That is a convention that happens 2 times a year, or 2 times every 2 years. No, fucking stupid. Every 2 years it happens.
It happens sometimes.
All the big announcements happen. all the big announcements happen. This is when Disney says, this is what we're going to do. And we're going to run down the list. Anytime the Cleve says, oh, that sounds interesting, I'm going to stop and we're going to talk a little bit about it.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a new intro for all their movies. It's and done. Okay. Like I was like, is this interesting? My wife's like crying. There was tears coming down, and she's like so excited. Like she was so excited
because it's like
the whole. And then yeah. It's a whole new
the same
thing.
to me.
Yeah, it's the whole. No, it's new.
What's
now.
different? It's 100.
It's more. It's more. There's more to it. It's. I don't know. Anyways, there's a Haunted Mansion movie coming out. Jamie Lee Curtis will be Madame Leota, which is exciting. She is the actress in Halloween.
Gotcha. Also
Freaky Friday.
Yep.
Weird group of things I went to, but that's where I was at. They did announce, or at least hopeful, that I think it was Jared Leto was going to be the Hatbox Ghost, which is supposed to be an exciting thing. But anyways, on the next one, that's coming out in March 2023. We have a new live-action musical Snow White coming out with Gal Gadot as the evil queen. It's all going to be musical.
You know what? I'm excited for her to play a villain.
She looks like a baddie. She came out in her makeup and she looked like it.
She was a villain in that Red. The Netflix movie, Red Tape?
The Red Notice.
Yes, thank you. But it was like The Rock was there and Ryan Reynolds was making jokes. It's not a real villain. I'm excited to see her play a real villain. I think she would do. She's very intimidating, I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like if you were speaking to her, if she wanted to make you feel like a little man, you would feel like a little man.
I swear Disneyland turned 30 years ago. Agreed, Archie. Katie says it's 100 years of Disney and it's beautiful. It was okay. We have Mufasa the Lion King prequel coming out in 2024. It is going to be live action, and I didn't really care for the original live action. So
original live action. What a
like
fucking,
the first original. Yeah. Nobody cares, but what?
I would. Can James Earl Jones still do the voice?
My concern is it doesn't come out until 2020. Oh, they're already in filming. Never mind.
I would love for the little cub to like have that deep Mufasa voice. That'd be fantastic.
Next thing they talked about, May 26th, 2023, as Cleve alluded to, we did get the first trailer for the Little Mermaid.
Yo. Internet is wild, right? I saw some leaked footage of the extended part of that song. Mm-hmm. And oh my god, like I don't know how to explain it, but she hits some kind of notes that makes me feel like fucking sensitive inside. Like
she's a beautiful voice.
It was amazing.
Never once while showing our daughter this trailer did she ever mention anything other than, oh, that's Ariel. Oh, I can't wait to see this. Is there more?
Yo. And it is wild. With this and the Lord of the Rings and the Game of Thrones, these people can't even fantasize about another race of people.
Well, like, I mean, we gave one of those a profession. His name's Tim Burton.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I was such a big Tim Burton fan, and it is Yeah, it's cut off to me as a diseased hand.
He only makes movies, in his vision, which is white. So next we have Disenchanted. There's a lot of things coming to Disney Plus this year. Still,
Like direct
yeah,
to, which feels.
Yeah, Disenchanted is the sequel to Enchanted. It seems as though Giselle is going to make a wish that she has a fairy tale life. Little did she know she's the stepmom. So shit's gonna go crazy.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I apparently people wanted this.
They did apparently. I'm not mad at it. I think she was really good in the first
you know
one.
What?
And
I'm very okay with people just getting what they want. I don't care. Like
this one,
I'm not gonna see it. I don't remember ever seeing the first one.
Oh, there's a song where she sings about cleaning up and being happy, and there's roaches helping her, and that song has always stuck in my mind.
Oh, I saw that when it came out in '97. That was Joe's Apartment.
A wildly different movie. The next one, when I saw the trailer and I heard the announcements a while back, I didn't care. Hocus Pocus 2, September 30th. It's coming, guys. Super excited. The Sanderson sisters have returned to to Salem. And
I've seen the trailer fucking a million times when I can't get to the skip ad fast enough.
Yeah. They've returned to Salem, and it looks like someone has lit the candle again. Shit's going down, guys.
Another virgin. Because if you remember, it had to be a virgin. It's very important.
I don't know the guy that sold him the candle, but he sounds like his voice sounded familiar to me more than anything else.
I was watching clips of the first one. I didn't watch the movie, but I was watching a video about the movie. What's the main woman's name?
Bette Midler.
Yeah. I didn't see it back then, but she could get it.
I didn't realize as a kid growing up, I didn't realize that was Jessica Parker.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the only role in which I ever was like, all right, I get it.
Because she didn't play the typical man. I'm sure there are a lot of people who watched that as a kid and was like, "Oh, I like girls."
I have feelings.
I like the blonde one, please and thank you.
That is the one I would like. Thank you very much.
That shirt was too low cut. Just saying.
They tried to definitely have the same comedy to it, so we'll see how it goes. We'll definitely see what comes from it. Apparently, people are very excited, though. I imagine, if I had to guess, Archie is real excited.
The story, it looks like there are little girls who are also coming into magic.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So that could be an interesting story.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be great. This wasn't one I was asking. This is not ever we needed a sequel to this.
I might watch it.
Who needed a sequel to this? The girls would be buying that Nightmare Before Christmas shit at Hot Topic every year. Anyway.
Should we go as the Salem Sisters?
What's that?
Should we dress as Halloween as the sisters?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'll be Sarah Jessica Parker.
Meow. I'll be the dumb one that flies on Roombas in this one. That is the first scene that I saw that I was like, all right, I'm on board. She had fucking Roombas under her feet.
She did. I did see that part. That was all right.
Next, we have coming directly to Disney Plus again, 2023, Peter Pan and Wendy. Jude Law will be playing Hook.
I forget about Jude Law a lot.
Yeah, it's fair. The world does.
There's another one too. It's not important. Is this? Are we doing something different? Is there a different point of view? Or are we just making another Peter Pan movie because we have the license?
I think it's going to really focus in on their relationship, and then we're going to get something big about. We're going to get something big about Hook specifically in his story.
Okay.
Now, I know Hook was a movie, but really that wasn't about Hook.
We're doing this a lot where we're like, but the villain had points.
Right. That's exactly what I think this is going to be. Tara says she's going to be a Roomba for Halloween. Absolutely. And pics, please. Is that like a step on me joke? Is that what it is? Because we were talking about stepping on Roombas and flying and... anyways. We have Elemental coming out on June 16th of 2023. This is a Pixar film. It is a Very pretty looking film. We did not get a lot. We got pictures.
I know very little. Very interested.
We got pictures. That's it. That's all we got. Win or Lose is going to be a show series on Disney Plus 2023. Again, Will Forte will be the host of the show, and not much detail.
But what is it?
Not much detail on this show. It's a game show. It'll be a game show of some sort.
Okay.
You will win or you will lose.
The elemental thing, my understanding is there's a fire element and a water element, and they're in love, but they can't be in love because they make steam.
Well, I mean, if you're really in love, don't you all make steam?
I think that's the underline that Pixar's giving you.
Pixar be doing that sometimes. The next movie we have coming out is Elio. This one is going to be about an odd boy who does not fit in the world and is going to have to fit into the world.
Live?
Like,
yeah.
figure it out.
Survive?
Have you ever seen that Disney movie before?
Yes.
Wrong. Elio, spring 2024.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Everybody lost their shit. Everybody lost their shit, by the way, when Leslie Knope, Amy Poehler came out on stage and they announced that there's going to be an Inside Out 2. 2024.
I don't know.
Inside Out 2, she's going to be a teenager.
I just feel like Pixar does really good original stories, and I don't necessarily like when they dip back into the pool. You know what I mean?
Toy Story 2 was terrible. Well, not terrible, but
it was
great.
Okay.
Toy Story 3, however, gorgeous.
But look how long they were like, hold on a second. Okay, fine, I got a story.
I agree. I miss you guys are on the opposite side. I'm sorry, guys.
And then Cars 2 was just a wreck.
Cars 2 was terrible. Cars 3 was not bad.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I guess I just enjoy even Finding Dory. I didn't enjoy as much as Finding Nemo.
Oh, I liked Finding Dory more than I liked Finding Nemo. Surprisingly, that's because I'm a terrorist.
You're one of those.
I really am, guys. In case you didn't know,
so you support Ellen. That's what you're saying.
By the way, Tara, you were saying you came in room when we said Roomba. We were talking about Hocus Pocus 2 coming out September 30th. These are all the things that have been announced during D23. The Disney convention that is basically a cleaner version of San Diego Comic-Con. It's like the Seattle of San Francisco.
Let's pee. Got it.
Let's pee smell. We had Inside Out 2. We have Zootopia Plus, which I didn't get to see the panel for this, so I'm not 100% sure what's happening, but it's a show.
I think I could enjoy watching just the world, not necessarily following the characters we already met, but just like it could be just like following one person on their day. You know what I mean?
That's the vibe I kind of got. Like, I think it's gonna be different. It's not gonna be Hobbs and Fox. Nick.
Shaw.
What?
Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw. We have Awaju, which there's almost nothing about Awaju, but it is the Nigerian word for future. It is the first time Disney's ever worked with a company out of Africa. They are based in Nigeria, and it'll be all about Nigeria and the class system and just kind of coming up and surviving, essentially, all through very beautiful artwork. Like, we saw one still shot, and that was it.
Okay.
Strange World coming out November 23rd. Did not know a whole lot about this movie. Saw a trailer for it. We knew it was coming. Pixar animated. They're trying to save their planet. Shit's going awry. Super pretty.
Wally.
You're going to find that we have a lot of those. Cleve's most excited moment, and Cleve sent me a text about this while I was out there in Anaheim, guys. And I had literally said the same thing to my wife about 10 seconds before Cleve sent it to me. And it was a picture of Tim Allen as the Santa Claus, and it just said, sigh. The Santa Clauses will be coming to Disney Plus November 16th because, Santa Claus has decided to retire, ladies and gentlemen. So we had to have another Tim Allen movie. Stop giving him jobs as Santa Claus. It got weird. They were weird. We needed the first one, and that was it. And we didn't really need it, but like it happened. We end it.
And then Jack Frost was there.
It's so weird.
It got wild.
It's okay, Maz. You don't have to be okay with it, guys. You guys don't have to be okay with it. We have another TV series coming out. I'm telling you, Disney Plus is... What it was Disney Plus heard that everyone was falling off because Mandalorian had stopped, and they're like, fuck, we got to do something. And they've just been content dumping constantly. So these are all the things coming out. National Treasure TV series. Her father gives her a medallion. She now needs to find out who her father was and more about him by discovering the treasure within family.
Is it?
There's no Nicolas Cage.
Oh, well, then I'm out.
Okay.
Swipe.
Percy Jackson, the show. Now, we had a guest a while back, a friend of Cleve's, who was a huge fan of Hercules and different mythology, and she was a huge fan of Percy Jackson. And I will tell you, out of every single trailer I saw for Disney Plus, this is the best looking treasure. Or this is the best looking one.
Okay.
It looked really good. It basically seems like it's a storyline that says, hey, if you have half of a Greek god blood in you, don't fucking let people know. Don't tell anybody, and just pretend like you like your life, because if you become one of us and you acknowledge your bloodline, then you're going to be miserable and hate everything, and it's kind of funny. After this, I'm about to go to bed. I can't hear more about this crap. National Treasure TV series. I don't know.
I would watch a National Treasure TV series if it followed like someone who genuinely did it, like a reality show almost.
That'd be interesting.
Not like
Nat Geo might do something like that for you.
Okay.
Disney owns that as well. Throughout the entire convention, by the way, guys, I can't tell you how many times I would watch something and I would go, why is like the theme song from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia started playing while I was waiting for a panel. And I looked at Katie and I'm like, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That feels a little weird. And like, it's on FX, which is owned by Fox, or which is owned by whoever, and is now owned by Disney. So, yep, that makes sense. Checks out.
It's not the same audience to me, though. If you ask me, they're not the same audience.
I'm going too fast and stuff. If there's something you want me to talk about, I will go further into it, and I'll go back like the bus. If you want to pull that cord, rip it down, and want me to stop, we'll talk some more about it. But there is a lot. I am not even halfway done with my list, and that doesn't include some of the personal stories that happened while we were doing it. While we were there.
No. Swipe.
American Born Chinese is a show that will be coming out in 2023. It is about a boy and it looks as though he is the descendant of the Monkey King from Chinese folklore. It actually looks really good.
Okay.
It's gonna be on Freeform, so I'm a little skeptical. I'm a little skeptical because it's on Freeform. But they did a great job with Cloak and Dagger, so I'm willing to give them the benefit.
And Runaways. You enjoyed Runaways.
And Runaways was good, but Runaways started out Hulu and then moved to Freeform.
They kept it up.
Did you take notes? I did. I actually took notes. I have them right next to me over here on this screen, so if you see me going like this, it's because I'm like, okay, what was next?
Quit taking away from the movie magic and asking those kinds of questions. We're supposed to look like we're just on it.
We have a movie called Wish coming out. Don't know anything about it other than...
You make a wish?
Yeah. It's something to do with her making a wish. But what I do know... You don't have to be sorry, Miles. What I do know is that the makers... I got to meet the film producers and directors. And they're the same film producers and directors from Frozen and Raya.
Okay.
So I already out the gate, I'm like, okay, I'm super excited about this. The artwork, beautiful. Everything looks good. I missed this panel, so I don't have a lot of detail on that. The only panel I missed that I was really sad about, though, is the Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Because we got a series coming to 2023. Or a series coming to Disney Plus, and I'm real sad because like you got to meet the whole cast and all. Anyway. Okay, we're on
Why'd you even go?
Right. We're on to Marvel stuff now, guys. We have the Fantastic Four. We finally have a date. Just kidding. It's sometime in 2024.
I thought that was already the thing. Sometime in 2024. Okay, cool. So the same information. Got it. Continue.
Captain America, New World Order. 2024.
Okay.
We didn't get more
Continue.
information. We just
Hopefully, I live for it.
We got to see people. Heartburn. I'm drinking tonight Coca-Cola limited edition Dream World. If you ever wanted to know what dreams taste like, it tastes like shit. First thing that's Marvel announced that is a surprise and not known to people was Werewolf by Night. It is a holiday themed show that will be coming out on November 2023. Even they're not. We're not sponsored by them. If we were, I couldn't allow you to say Coke sucks. But I actually like Coke better. But that's fine.
The interesting thing about that coming out is everything's connected, and what the fuck does that have to do with anything that's going on?
Agreed.
I can't connect that dot for anything.
So,
but I'm not like deep into the comic world like everybody else is. So
I'm not super.
Someone else
familiar.
will tell me soon.
I'm not super familiar with Werewolf by Night. However, I do know that they came out in 1972 originally. They debuted, and had their own series in 1977. On top of that, at one point in time, they did work alongside with Iron Man.
Okay, well, we can't do that. Maybe Blade will show up. Does he care about werewolves, or does he just only fuck with vampires?
It's a 2-part series. It's just a 2-parter special holiday thing, and I think it's just going to be a standalone.
I don't know, man. Nothing's standalone.
Right? Fair. I'll get you a Pepsi sponsorship, Maz. If you get us a Pepsi sponsorship, I'll denounce everything Coca-Cola right now. I'll piss on a pile of Coca-Cola product.
Probably just give me a $5 and I'll probably just drink some Pepsi going forward.
You can buy my Pepsi. Yeah, that's right. The Marvels, we already knew, is coming out July 28th. They had everybody
interested,
come out and talk
excited for that.
Could be interesting. We talked a little bit about Secret Invasion and got a trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Trailer looks really good. Samuel L. Jackson looks real good. I'm excited.
He's a lead.
Don
for
Cheadle,
the first time in forever.
Him and Don Cheadle will be side by side with each other, working to figure out who is a Skrull and who's not a Skrull.
And the lady from How I Met Your Mother, Maria Hill. I can never remember her real name.
We then have Armor Wars. So Secret Invasion will be coming out in 2023. Mm-hmm. Armor Wars will be coming out in 2024. That is a standalone series in which War Machine will be fighting alongside, or will be fighting. He'll be dealing with what happens when Tony Stark's technology gets in the wrong hands, guys. So someone's gonna get a hold of these suits. It's not gonna go well. He's gonna have to step in.
I wonder what help he'll get.
Hopefully none.
Okay.
Season 2 of Loki is set to release on 2023.
Should be good.
In the summer. We have Echo, which is going to be a spin-off of the Hawkeye series, summer 2023.
Really enjoyed her. Should be good.
We have Ironheart, which was discussed already, for late 2023, but we did get something new. We found out that it has been confirmed that Anthony Ramos will be playing the villain, which is the Hood. It is a new supervillain in relatively new within the Marvel Universe. Debuted in 2002 and is quite the menacing villain.
I know him from my Marvel game. It's the only time I've ever heard of that character.
We have Daredevil Born Again. And we got a year, 2024. And
that story, reading that story is fucking amazing. So
it is
I'm excited to see what they do.
It's going to be an 18 episode series, which is bigger than any other.
That's 2 seasons.
Yeah. It's bigger than any other
or
season
3,
that's been put out.
If you really cut it down.
We have Indiana Jones number 5. What if I told you this? Harrison Ford hated the 4th one. Like when they were doing tours, he was like, "It's okay."
We all did.
This one, he is quite ecstatic for. He really wants you to see That's right, Maz. Indiana Jones number 5.
I gotta see something. I gotta see trailers. I gotta see
Would it make you feel better to know?
Shia LaBeouf coming back because we established him as his son. So
Fuck, we sure did. Would you be happy to know that, or does it change your mind that the actor that played Short Round is in the Loki season 2? He's going to be a main character in it.
who played who?
Short Round from the third Indiana Jones, the little tiny Asian kid.
Okay.
He's going to be in the second season of Loki.
Okay.
And he happened to just show up at the Indiana Jones 5 announcement or whatever. And they didn't know they were going to be there together. It was a tearful reunion.
Nice.
You know, Harrison Ford got to reminisce about how he hung out with a little kid, and Short Round had to pretend like he didn't, live in a bunch of racism bullshit. God,
I will accept
that movie.
Indiana Jones 5 if we say there was a parallel universe and I want it to start like Indiana Jones 4 did. And then when they go, we need your help, I want them to go,
nah.
And it just branches off into this new story.
I'd be on board. Mod stuff is just going to be a bunch of clips from Fortnite.
And we can, that's fair. And we can never accept that 4 ever happened.
Yeah, 100%. We have the Andor series coming out on the 21st. Saw some footage for that. Looks good. Forrest Whitaker's in it.
I have a hard time getting behind
Bugatti
prequel stories.
Yeah.
Like when you know people, when you know when someone dies. To me, they're never going to be in danger.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
No, 100%.
Like Forrest Whitaker's fine because I know when he bites it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I felt the same way about Black Widow. It really took me out because it's like oh no, her car blew up. Oh, I'm sure she's fine.
Right.
I need her to fall off this cliff later.
You know when they really could have surprised you? When Chewbacca's plane or spaceship crashed, and then we still don't worry, he was okay. So we have. Here's an interesting one for me. Tales of the Jedi, and I don't know if this was announced before because I had not heard anything about it.
I believe it was there.
Tales of the Jedi, October 26th. It is a 6-episode series of short stories done in the animated series style. It looked like a little different sometimes, but for the most part in that same style. Now, perhaps because it's done in that style, it'll be successful. But when Disney did this before with short stories for Star Wars and let other directors do stuff with it, it went shitty.
This is different. This is going to be canon stories. And my understanding is it's going to closely follow Ahsoka and Count Dooku.
Yeah. And
this will be Dooku Jedi to Sith. So you're going to get to watch him turn to the dark side. And, there's always a good story whenever you can.
Feels like
when someone has a turning point.
Less exciting version of Anakin, but yeah.
Yeah, well, but we got to watch that one. Also, I know they don't die, so.
Fair.
When he has a fight with Obi-Wan, I know everything's fine.
That's fair. We have Ahsoka February 2023. We already knew. This one, I think, is a big one here.
She looks great, too.
Yeah, she does.
As Ahsoka.
This one, I think, is a big one. And I think it had to have partially been announced previously, but Willow. We have a whole new series for Willow coming out. Willow was originally done by Lucasfilm in the 80s, I believe. And it was about a halfling, I think is what he went by in that one. I don't remember. Named Willow, he was magical and it was amazing and blah blah blah, and I didn't care for it that much back then. I think that we have Game of Thrones, that the Throne of the Dragon or whatever, House of the Dragon, and the Lord of the Rings, Power of the Ring. They needed their
push,
and that's what it feels, because the trailer looks fucking badass, and I'm like, all right, I'm on board, but it's very much just Lord of the Rings to me.
I respectfully, I will give it a like, and I will swipe past it because
yeah,
I have no attachment to that franchise whatsoever.
None.
I know nothing,
None.
nothing about that franchise.
I think I saw
couldn't
it as a
tell
child
you
once.
a single character's name. Willow.
Other than Willow. We have The Mandalorian 3. We got to see a trailer. We know that it's coming February 2023. We saw the fallout between him and his cult of Mandalorians.
Give Grogu a fucking helmet.
We have.
It's time.
It looks like what's her name? Bo-Katan.
Mm-hmm.
We have. It almost looks like Mando's basically against everybody at this point.
Yeah.
He's cashed in his favors. Everybody doesn't really care for him much anymore.
Except Boba. Boba should be good with him, right?
Boba and him, they owe each other.
He owes Mando quite a bit.
Yeah, that's very fair. God, I know how excited Cleve is for this one. Avatar, The Way of the Water, December 16th. I need to know. Anybody in chat right now, if you guys are excited about this movie.
How can you be? The first one came out a lifetime ago. I've had 2 children.
Honestly, the third one might have not had been born yet, if you think about it.
You're right. Let's look.
About Avatar, The Way of the Water. It is the second installation in a 4-movie series of James Cameron's fantastical 3D version of Fern Gully and Pocahontas.
Same year, 2009. Here's the thing. Like, it was so long the first time. Like, that first movie could be 3 movies. They blew their load all in the first time. And then you wait so long. Like a lifetime. A genuine my stepson, a genuine lifetime. And then you have the nerve to re-release this movie to theaters. You want me to pay for this after everybody got super excited and bought it on Blu-ray years ago?
That movie sold so many 3D TVs for me when I worked at Best Buy. Yeah, the tall blue guy one. Yep, that one. It's
I just don't get it, man.
I wasn't a fan when it came out. I'm not a fan now.
It was good. It was good. It was a good story. Was it Fern Gully? Absolutely. Did it need to be? What was the runtime? 3 hours?
Yeah, it was something like that.
320? Absolutely not. There were several times where the screen faded to black, where I thought the movie ended.
That's how I felt about Lord of the Rings.
And that movie, like the tree got attacked and it faded to black, and I was like, "Oh, it's an interesting way to end this movie." Like, and then it just kept going. I had to take. There was like an intermission. I had to take breaks.
Maz agrees. She said, "I like the first one, but I don't know about more." Like the first one told the whole story. Exactly.
What do we tell? Yeah, what are we going to tell? What story is there to tell? We already beat the injustice.
We get it. Army bad, big government bad.
Did they come back? I know it's been 12 years, but
that's all it is. That's all it was, Mons. It's the same story as Fern Gully and Pocahontas. Like,
I know it's been 12 years. We don't forget shit.
The story was really like white man show up, white man want resources, white man destroy things.
Has 12 years passed in this world, or is it going to be like right after the first one left off? I think it's right into
the next one.
That's stupid. Also, like. Maybe they had a kid baby. Maybe you explain how that works with this weird sentient body you put your brain into.
That's even more fair.
That's a movie right there. Now you're selling tickets. It is also probably a porn. I'm almost positive. The way they have to take their antenna thingy and put it in the flying thing. Yeah. Absolutely,
their hair wraps around the. Anyway,
porn for sure.
The last one, I said the last one for Cleve. The last couple have just been like really like one after the other. I don't think Cleve could get more excited though for Big Shot season 2, October 12th.
I actually watched that one.
I know you do.
It wasn't bad.
Cleve likes the show.
It wasn't bad.
The antenna thing was freaky. They don't need another one. I don't know. Would need to see a trailer. Well, it's going to come out soon.
I don't need a trailer. I'm good, thank you. Keep that.
It's just, it's a lot.
I swiped on this already.
It's a lot, guys.
Big Shots. I like Big Shots.
Big Shot season 2. Guess what the big twist is? Big twist. There's a trailer out for it now. You can go watch it if you like. The big twist, Cleve, is that the all-girls school is going co-ed.
Oh, shit. There was already boys at the school all the time.
And then John Stamos is now going to have to deal with being upset because the women are being treated unequally. And so then
the irony,
they're going to come in and they're
not that he's like a bad guy, but like he's always played.
Court.
Not that he's like a bad guy, but like he's always played the playboy, you know. Yeah. So for you to be like, yo, look how you guys are treating these women.
Yeah. The scene that they show is the boys' basketball team is on the court, and he gets in there and goes, "Who told you could play in here?" And they were like, "The principal, bitch."
It's you know why it works, because it's the same story you've heard time and time again, where it's like, I'm this really tough guy. Oh, I got to deal with 16-year-old girls. They're adorable. What am I to do? They're so adorable.
That is all of the big things.
I get it, John Stamos. I get it.
That's all the big things I wrote down for what the big announcements and stuff. I have a whole separate list for parks.
Oh.
This one I'll skip some stuff. Paris is basically getting a whole new attraction. They're getting a new show. They're getting a whole new land themed to Frozen and a Tangled attraction. Tokyo Disney Disney Sea is getting Fantasy Springs, which is going to include Peter Pan and a couple of other major entities, but they're gonna like redo their whole entire section of their park to be based off of Mermaid Lagoon from Peter Pan. Also, Tokyo Disney will be rebuilding they're closing down their Space Mountain and rebuilding it completely. They're changing the whole entire thing, which is a huge deal.
Okay.
Because originally it was modeled after California's, and it will no longer be. It'll be its own thing, and it's very futuristic looking and really cool looking. Shanghai will be getting an entire... we got to see concept art for Zootopia. It's going to be a whole land in Shanghai.
Go Dragons.
They're also in Hong Kong. They finally gave a date for when they're going to be opening up for the Frozen themed land there. It will be the second half of next year. There is a brand new cruise ship coming. Yeah, whole land, Maz. So Zootopia is going to be a whole land, and Fantasy Springs is going to be a whole land over at Disney Sea, and then Frozen's getting a whole themed land. And actually, in a moment, you're going to find out that Florida will be too.
Zootopia was good. Don't embrace some content.
It's also built into because the one that they're going to do here is going to be in Animal Kingdom, so it actually works out really well. There's a brand new cruise ship coming to the Disney Cruise Line. It is the Treasure. It'll be based off of Adventure. It will main characters throughout the ship. You will notice a lot of Aladdin and Jasmine, as well as Raj, the tiger. We have a whole new Toontown concept released. They released the concept art for Disneyland, which is really exciting. As a kid, I always thought Toontown was like one of the coolest things ever, and then I heard they were just demolishing it, and it was like, oh, well, there goes childness. So, okay, I get it. But it's a place where you get to go inside, Mickey and Minnie's houses, and Goofy and Donald and Daisy, and you just get to be a kid, and there is a whole new place coming, and it looks really, really fucking cool.
I also liked Toontown. Not the Disney one, because I don't remember been there once. But Six Flags always did it all the time with Looney Tunes and stuff, and it was always really exciting to be like, take the picture real quick.
Yeah.
I get to come out of the thing that Porky Pig comes out of.
Exactly. I heard they were just making exactly, Miles. They're just completely redoing it, but they're improving the whole thing. Disneyland will be getting Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. For those of you that don't know, that replaced the Great Movie Ride over at Disney World in Hollywood Studios.
No.
And it's now going to also come over to Disneyland. It is a track-free ride, so you're in a vehicle and you kind of just spin around, and there's no real telling where you're going to go. It's a lot of fun. It's a super cute ride. If you haven't seen it before, you will absolutely love it. And I'm excited that Disneyland will be getting that as well. Starting soon, I believe November, Mandalorian and Grogu will be walking around in Batuu, which is the Star Wars themed area in both Disneyland and Disney World. That's a big deal. They're going to be characters you can meet and talk to.
You think it's a little puppet, or
he wears it on his satchel, and I believe it'll be a little puppet that he controls within his suit.
That sounds expensive.
Right, some of them are really cool, like the way that they do things. I've watched. There's
how much comes out of your check if you fuck that thing up?
I've watched there's cast members that are in plain clothes so you don't steal him, or so you don't see him. I still would say I'm gonna steal him, so you don't see them controlling the person or the robot or whatever. And it's so clever the way.
Is it like the R2 guys are fucking 2 feet behind?
But no,
they're R2D2s, and they're just
those guys are real obvious. These guys are in little suits, they're in. These cool, suits, but they'll have a one stick, a Wii controller in their hand, and you won't see it in their pocket, just them doing it.
I mean, you say they're obvious, but to us,
yeah.
But then it's not for us.
That's fair.
We're not like, oh my god,
but I'm gonna tell you what, some of those,
you've got a real one.
Some of those people. New nighttime spectacular called Wondrous Journey will be entering Disneyland.
Use this for the YouTube thumbnail.
There will be a new Hulk character walking around in Avengers Campus. He will be in a quantum suit. He will only be there for the next couple of months. I think it's going to be a reference to...
Is it Lou Ferrigno?
I think it's either going to be a reference... It's basically just looks like a giant Baymax walking around in a quantum suit.
That's what I want. I want you to just paint a big man green. Like the good old days.
He will only be walking around for a little bit, so I think it's a reference to Quantum Mania or whatever. We have new multiverse-themed ride coming to California Adventure. It's going to be fighting King Thanos, and you'll be fighting alongside multiverse versions of different characters that you've grown to love. Yeah, and it seems like a really interesting...
Okay.
I'm aboard.
Line for that's going to be obnoxious.
Yes. Kenny's like, oh, are you excited about all these things? Anytime any new thing is announced for a park, I'm like, I will see that in 3 years. Because otherwise, I fucking hate people. Paradise Pier. Yep, as Maz just said, San Francisco will be the new theme for Paradise Pier. They will be taking out Paradise Pier completely and replacing it with the San Francisco, which is from Baymax, and I think it'll be great. The Paradise Pier Hotel is also going to be rethemed completely to Pixar Bay Hotel, celebrating all the Pixar films, which is exciting. There was something that's celebrating all 60 animated cartoons. I was trying to remember what it was. Oh, the Wondrous Journey, the new fireworks show that will be happening. What I'm most excited about, guys, is Run Disney will be returning to Disneyland in 2024. Woo! I'm a runner, definitely. I think that movie is underrated. I love it. There's so much. I agree. Baymax was a fantastic fucking movie that deserved a lot more love. No one wants to run. I'm sorry. On to the next one. The thing I was looking forward to most and would not shut up about until finally they told me something about it. That their finished date, they're looking at late 2024 for Tiana Bayou Adventure. That is the complete restructuring and re-theming of Splash Mountain.
Controversy.
People have still haven't recovered from a festival. No, sounds good, man. Thank you so much. Hopefully you're having a good night. Get some rest. We appreciate you. And as always, we love you, man. Maz, I disagree. And it's okay. And there's a lot of people that don't want Splash Mountain to go away. I'm really excited for it. I think it's about time we get some new stuff, but I'm excited. Basically, this is going to be a ride set after the movie, where you will be helping Tiana find a special ingredient to make an exciting dessert for this big party that she's about to throw. I think the problem you run into with that, like, so I don't disagree that you should have left one and then like maybe gave her own ride because, you know, it's kind of cheap to be like, here, let me redo a ride. The reason I kind of disagree is there's not a lot of real estate in Anaheim, as we already know. And so for you to take a giant ride and make it something that is more relevant and more representative of, you know, the way that Disney is going, I think it's kind of cool to take something like that away. It wasn't a ride that was put in when Walt was there. The ride only existed thanks to McDonald's and the French fry / nuggets deal that they had. We had a whole episode about this, actually. McDonald's, like, was the only reason that Splash Mountain ever happened, and they didn't want it to happen in the end because Disney kept screwing it up. It was one of Michael Eisner's big blemishes because he just sucked at what he fucking did. Still childhood, don't change. I get it, but you know, here's the thing. So I was telling Katie, the last time I went into California Adventure was when it first came out. Or when it first happened, like when they first built it. There are 2 attractions that still exist in California Adventure that were there when I was there. So, like, the parks are going to evolve. I understand it's an iconic ride. Ride it one more time and you'll have those memories forever. And then you'll get to make new memories. I'm really excited for it. They're giving it a whole treatment. It's not like they're just going to do like a layover like they did with the Haunted Mansion where we just, you know, like, oh, look, Jack and Sally, you know, they took over for a little bit.
I'm gonna put some ghosts on the wall.
Yeah, they're not doing that. It is like they are genuinely going in, ripping out a lot of it, and they are going to put in a whole new gimmick to it. And I'm excited. I think it's good. I think we're making changes because some things feel stagnant, right? And it gets tiring when it's just always feels stagnant. One of the last things we're going to talk about, they had everybody in fucking Florida is real excited about this, guys. Happily Ever After will be returning. If you don't know what that means, that's okay. Most people don't. But it's a nighttime show in which they do fireworks and they show lots of videos and stuff. And it's a fan favorite, and people complained so much when they took it away that it's back now. Or will be back.
You love it, right?
What?
You love it, right?
So much. I don't. I actually hate fireworks, and that makes me a terrible person, but it's because I'm colorblind, so I can see about 2 of the colors that go up in the sky, and I hate loud noises because they give me anxiety. They took a big Life Chinese food containers and made it inside out ride. Didn't love that ride. Wasn't that great to begin with. They should have just made a new ride, not painted it. Disney makes enough money to make new rides. You're not wrong. Yeah, no, you're A Bug's Life. Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember the Bug's Life. It was like I'm thinking of the show. Maybe there was a ride too that I don't know. There's a show at Animal Kingdom. The Tron Ride will be coming at spring 2023. It'll finally be completed. You will be riding a Tron cycle through a giant roller coaster. It is a thrill ride. It is a badass looking.
That sounds anxiety ridden.
It's badass, but it's not for me.
You take it too hard a turn, I'm down.
There's a lot of concept art, or not a lot, but some concept art that's been put out. It's called Blue Sky Phase, which means this is just drawings that like somebody was paid a lot of money to do. That is like, we may do this someday. They want an entire new land in Disney World dedicated to Encanto, Coco, and villains. Weirdly, those 3 together feels weird. I'm gonna let them flesh it out first. Like let's hear what they got to say before I make judgment. We also saw Blue Sky renderings for Zootopia and Moana based land concept art for Animal Kingdom. They're going to be wiping out Dino Land USA, which has been probably one of the least favorite sections of any park for most fans. It's essentially look like a rundown carnival.
Okay.
Which doesn't give a Disney vibe at all. And then Moana Journey of Water, which is a walk-through attraction thing that they've been talking about is going to finally open up at Epcot in late 2023. We got to see a live scale model of the 16-foot Tafiti statue. It was beautiful and gorgeous and wonderful. And last piece of news I have for the parks, guys. If you're a Walt Disney World fan or park goer, you may be excited to know Figment will be returning as a meet and greet character. Figment is a pink dragon, Cleve, that is the figment of your imagination.
I get it.
His ride has been changed 3 different times. One time, everybody wanted to murder the person that changed it. Then they changed it again and said, all right, this is not too bad. And then they changed it saying, we're going to make it like the old one. And they didn't. So it just kind of exists now. It's okay. It's a fan favorite for whatever reason, though. Those are
nostalgia, bro.
Those are all the really exciting things that got announced. I have a couple more things for Cleve and you guys. I'm going to show you guys the things I bought.
Yeah.
I won this at an Amazon booth.
Ooh.
Art. I've never been a big fan of the art series, but you know what? No. I'm not mad at a free pop inside a hard case. If anything, the hard case is normally $8.
Never. I take that one out and then put one of my expensive ones in that hard case.
I planned on it. I bought myself a D23 exclusive Kronk.
Nice.
Put it in the hard case because I was traveling in a suitcase. That's a fair
one to get.
Yeah, Kronk is the devil.
He's a fan favorite. The voice actor's great.
You know what? You know what happened? So, fun story. I was standing next to, they opened the door Friday. We went straight for Loungefly because Katie found out she loves these backpacks. And they're like, there's gonna be backpacks. We got to see what the exclusives are. So we ran back there, and they happened to be a product of Funko. So on the other side of it was the Funko booth, and I was like, I'm gonna go check that out while you go do that. And they normally have virtual queues, and the Funko website was like, come back to us for more. We'll let you know about the virtual queues. Well, it's fucking opening day. We're here. There's no more come back to us. So I went over there and I was like, hey, I know you guys didn't say anything about virtual queues. No, we closed the queue already, but we'll open it again soon. And I looked at him and go, but what are we talking about? He goes, well, we're gonna open it soon. I said, well, can I do you want me to stand here? Should I make a line? He goes, no, we can't have people just standing here. I go, okay, but how much time? And he goes, stay right here. He goes, just keep talking to me and look at this picture I'm showing you. And I'm sitting there and we're looking, we're talking, and the lady comes over and goes, okay, open it. He pulls the thing up and goes, all right, go. And I fucking bolted in there. And I've never made one of these lines. I've gone to San Diego Comic-Con twice. I've gone to other conventions. I never get the virtual queues. I never get any of it. So I bought fucking everything they had to offer. They're like, yo, we got Jiminy Cricket. I was like, fucking sign me up for Jiminy Cricket. I don't give a fuck.
Put it in the cart.
So I got Jiminy Cricket.
Resell those later.
Oh, so I went back, right? Well, we were in line on another store next to the Funko one. Mm-hmm. And when you see someone, you're like, I know that person. Mm-hmm. I know him. I've seen him before. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, he's standing in front of the Funko thing. He looks super familiar. And one person stopped and said, hey, can you take a picture with me? And he did it super incognito, took a picture. And then he went back to talking to the employees. And I'm like, is that fucking Brian Mariotti? That's the CEO of Funko. I'm like, yeah. I think that might be. I was like, hey, Katie, does this look like this guy? I showed her a picture of Brian. She goes, yeah, that looks exactly like him. Cool. So I left the line I was in that I waited an hour in. And the other store, I was like, you figure out if there's anything in there, you buy it for me that I want. I ran over to him. I was like, hey, Brian, can I take a picture with you? He's like, yeah, man, of course. Take a picture with him. I'm like, fuck, this is the only time I'm ever going to get to meet this guy. I got to go buy a fucking other pop, right? Mm-hmm. And so I went in and I bought one of these fucking soda can things. This is D23 Expo exclusive, and it's Mickey Mouse. I was like, oh, you know what? That's kind of that makes sense for
right.
Convention. And I get up to him like, hey, I bought it. That lady actually gave me a cool little Halloween mask Ursula that I'll get somewhere. It's packed away somewhere, for free. She was just like, here, take this. But I was like, oh, I really want Brian to sign this. So I was like, I don't know what to buy. She's like, well, buy this one. It makes sense. I'm like, yeah, okay, that works. So I was like, buy it, walk over, like, Brian, can you sign this? And he goes, well, Brian's not here. Like, And like he's just being kind of silly. He's like, but his evil twin Mike is here, so I'll sign it. And I'm like, oh, this guy's being just a silly Billy.
Oh, cool.
What a silly guy.
Are you guys hiring? Do you have someone that brings you coffee?
He was like,
I could be that guy that brings you coffee.
Right? He's just being a silly Billy, right? And I'm like, well, that's weird, because I literally looked at this man and said, oh, that's weird, because I took a picture with Brian earlier. But all right, I'll take your signature. So this is Mike Becker's signature. He is the original creator of Funko. Not Brian Mariotti, who looks a lot like Mike. I looked this man dead in his face and said, you ain't fucking Mike. Shut up. You're nobody. You will be who I want you to be. I took a picture with this man, and they never once, like, he just let it go. He's like, whatever, no big deal. And he's like, who do you want me to make this out to? I was like, well, you could just sign it. And he goes, no, I don't like resellers. And I said, oh, yo, me either.
Fair.
So I was like, you know what? Make it to Friendship Supreme. So,
in that business, fairest shit I ever heard.
Right? So, yeah, man, he made it out to Friendship Supreme. He's like, you have to spell it for me, though. I was like, that makes sense. I got you.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's my show, and I got to check myself.
I
feel it.
But yeah, I looked this man dead in the fucking face. I'm going to see if I can find this picture real quick.
Jesus, man.
You know, like, how often do you meet people that, like, and I said a couple times, it's like, you know, I'm from Texas. Like, I don't ever get to meet, like, fun people. I always, you know, like, boring people.
God, don't say you're from Texas, and then you make this mistake.
Me and him, just me and Brian. It's not Brian, guys. God damn it.
That's funny.
Anyways, and then the last thing I bought was this bad boy, and I figured I'd open it here. We don't know if it's the chase or not. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I was like, soda. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar or like these that much, but this particular one, I fucking really doing like.
2 liters.
Only for Baymax.
Okay.
So it is a soda figurine. Mm-hmm. They started making these Moz, and I don't really like the style usually.
Yeah.
But this guy, I'm a big fan of Baymax. And this guy looks super cute.
You know, Funko really hit it out of the park for me with the first thing they did, and then they just keep doing other stuff. And I'm like,
they do.
If you could just keep to what I like, please, thank you.
There are some that they do, and I'm like, I don't get it. Why?
Where does it open? Like the whole top?
Apparently. I just found that out. All right.
He's gonna break it, everybody. Does it twist?
No, it looks like it's got pops. He's got a little. I'll try to twist it. I feel like I'm going to.
Why? Why did we get that?
I don't know. If he's holding the kitty cat, it's the chase. He's not, but it's still cute. Look at him.
Nah, he's adorable.
Yeah, I thought it was a cute little guy.
I hated that sound.
It happened.
Ruined the whole episode for me. But when you edit this, I need you to take that little sound bit and turn it up as loud as you can.
Yeah. Look, it was tough to open, okay?
You know what? He's not a bad one because his look is pretty.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Hard to mess up.
Yeah, and the Mickey one actually doesn't look terrible either, but like it just doesn't. I don't know. I'm not a fan of their style. I don't really.
Yeah, one's fine. It just looks like a regular Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, but that needs to be a sound, right? Yeah, it was a sound for sure. But that's what I have for you guys. I think I got like. I didn't buy anything else, but I have. I bought actually Cleve's birthday present. But you guys can't see that. In case you guys are wondering, you guys will be listening to this on Wednesday. Cleve's birthday's Thursday, guys. Cleve's birthday's Thursday, and we're gonna have a stream.
My mom, she was like, "Hey, can I come over Thursday?" I was like, "For what?" She was like, well, I want to spend time with you on your birthday. I was like, oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. That's fine. We can. No problem. With our record though, I'll probably get the gifts like December.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a funny story because I texted your wife. I was like, "Hey, I'm so fucking pumped right now." She goes, "What?" I go, "I think I was like, I finally did it. I think I knocked it out of the park on this one." I was like, "I'm real excited."
Did Hecka Fresh?
And she was like, "So she's like, well, that's cool." I go, "Yeah, but I'm kind of sad." She goes, "Why?" I was because I had to order on I had to have them ship it to me because it was too big to come home with me. And that's
unsettling. That's very ominous.
So it's gonna be after his birthday, and I was like, and everything I ever get him is always after his birthday.
Yeah, that's cool though. It's just it's just a date, man.
It is bugging, isn't it? Why is it doing that? Oh, it's a big one. It is. My camera's flashing. I don't know what's happening.
I saw that. You think it's more your light, or do you think it's your camera?
Oh, it's a camera for show. I changed the light just now. I turned it off. We'll see if that helped. But it's not a light-size cutout, though. That'd be amazing. It is flashing. I don't know why I was doing that.
Is it one of those pillows that I get all naughty with?
Fuck yeah, it is. Anyways, guys.
Is it of Daisy? Always Daisy Duck. Never Benny. Don't know why.
Tell us what you guys are most excited about for the new things coming out. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I will have fun editing this for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot. If you want to contact us about anything or want Michael to go further in depth because he has so much information, you can reach out to us on our social medias. We have a Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, which are all Friendship Supreme, except Twitter has no I's in the word friendship. All I's go to YouTube, youtube.com/Friendship Supreme. We also have a Patreon, which is patreon.com/Friendship Supreme, where I'm pretty sure Michael's been ciphering the money and lining his pockets. I just don't have proof yet.
That's how I keep coming home with all these convention things, guys.
Yeah. I think I paid for that Jimmy Cricket.
This hat right here, I won it at the Amazon booth. I smoked Katie's ass at a fucking competition.
And then you wear it like a true champion.
Yeah. Patreon, that sounds dirty. It was like the OnlyFans before OnlyFans existed, but not for dirty things.
But still butthole pics. So
definitely butthole pics. You know what? We had a person that was in charge of updating everything that was on there and stuff. And
I didn't say it was mine.
No, she was running. And then she happened to be running a underground illegal casino. And we've never heard from Stephanie again, guys. I don't know where the fuck she went.
Oddly enough, in her apartment's office, it's very strange.
Anyways, guys, I've been Michael.
This is Cleve. And